What did you make of the budget?
Do you know what? I think it's a huge missed opportunity. I mean, Rachel Reeves, she's the Chancellor, she's got all these levers at her disposal, and she's just not taking them. The Green Party has been saying for a long time we need to tax wealth fairly. That is the number one thing that the Chancellor should have been doing, but she didn't. But it was interesting, wasn't it? Because she was kind of acknowledging in some of what she was saying the rightness of our arguments. She was echoing that language about making sure that, the burden of tax falls most on the shoulders of those who are best able to bear it. And there were tiny little kind of tweaks towards fairer taxation of wealth. There's national insurance on income from assets, but only at a very low level, so narrowing that gap, not actually equalising it, which is the point of what we really need to have. And of course then there's the so-called mansion tax, but that is it's a sticking plaster, it's a papering over the cracks of a completely broken system of council tax and a completely non-existent system of fair wealth tax. So huge missed opportunity really. I mean, one bit of silver lining I suppose, the lifting of the 2-child benefit cap, give credit for that. I mean, very, very belated decision making on that, isn't it? Because, of course, the Green Party's been absolutely clear, crystal clear about this for years, all the way along. But Labour, what were they doing this time last year? They were withdrawing the whip from the handful of their MPs that had the courage to put their heads above the parapet on it. Now, what do we see? Rachel Reeves and everybody else kind of mobilised to say, yes, we've realised it's a terrible moral injustice to keep children in poverty. I mean, well done, Rachel Reeves, for realising eventually that this would be a good idea.
What do you have to say to people who traditionally would have been on the left, on Labour, who have been thinking of joining the Green Party?
Come and join us, absolutely. Welcome to the Green Party. If you want a party that stands for a fairer, greener country, if you want a party that's got the boldness and the bravery to step out there and say these are the changes that we need to make, then come and join the Green Party. I mean, it was really, really interesting today, wasn't it? Rachel Reeves, her biggest platform in the country, her budget day speech, and what does she use a big chunk of it for? To call attention to our leader Zach Polansky. I mean, really quite extraordinary. What a shout out. She was saying something about, growth in something. What she's really worried about is the growth in our popularity, the growth in our membership, the growth in our vote share in all of those polls that show we're way overtaking Labour now. We are the actual opposition in so many ways, and that is why so many people who genuinely care about building a fairer country are joining the Green Party and finding a fantastic home in it. Not just because we're aligned on ideas, but also because we're a party that is active. We are out there winning elections, we're out there campaigning, we've got huge campaigns running, preparing for the elections next year, and huge ambitions for the next general election. So come and join the Greens.
And if somebody wants to participate in politics and join the Green Party, what does that mean?
Do you know what? I am absolutely passionate about encouraging more people to get involved in politics. We need a far wider range of voices involved in politics. We've actually just been having a really interesting kind of weekend with a whole bunch of people who we're really keen to encourage to get more involved. I run regular events in my constituency called New Voices that are about encouraging people to get involved. Not just young people, especially young people, but not just young people, because there are so many people who felt for far too long that their voice doesn't have a place in politics. Politics is frustrating. Oh my goodness, change takes a long time. The whole edifice is kind of designed to exclude so many people, but it's so important to break down those barriers. So I would say to anybody who, like me, 10 years ago, I could not bear the direction that Nigel Farage was taking the country. That was literally why I joined the Green Party, that sort of sense of frustration, and we really can't leave the country in the hands of people like this. And so I got involved in the Green Party, felt absolutely passionate about the positive change that political campaigning can make, and just got more and more involved. And what I found is politics is like nothing else. It gives you license to go out and knock on doors and make connections with people you would never otherwise meet. It gives you that mechanism to have those conversations, and it's those conversations that change people's minds. It's not about echo chambers in social media. It's not just about broadcast. It's actually about connecting with real people, their lives, understanding what's important to them, and connecting with that, with what the Green Party can offer people. And that is what makes political transformation happen.